What are we starting on Everdream? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think slightly Zerg favored, I think, this map.
Oh well, definitely for Ling Floods. Yeah, I would say for a few other things as well. They do have the option of like 3 different third bases almost, depending on how like aggressive they want to be. Usually they don't take the gold, but yeah. I might just start by introducing both of the players. In the bottom left-hand corner, spawning as the green Protoss, we've got Champi. Bom 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 bom. And then in the top right-hand corner, spawning as the red Zerg, we've got Ninja. Bom 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 bom. So, do you have any idea what Champi's doing this game? Have you played or had any thoughts with Champi? Had any discussions as possibly what builds could do on what maps, or?
No, so I know Champi's favorite styles.
It's like Sky
Is
Toss,
the
right?
Sky Toss
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then DT builds,
Yeah,
like
okay.
the old school sort of 4-gate DT build.
Ah,
I don't think
yeah,
he
yeah.
loves the Adept build.
Yeah.
I haven't had a big chat to him. I had more of a chat to Ninja yesterday, actually.
Oh, really?
Because Champy's been practicing with Shockwave, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, "Do you want to do any practice?" And I had a bit of a chat to him. Didn't give anything away, but I know that they've both been looking at each other's match history and trying to
Ooh.
work out what strats and what the core builds are that they prefer. So I think
Yeah.
they've both done their homework.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sounds good, sounds good. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a Ling Flood or something on this map. But yeah, I don't know what Ninja's planning to do. Like the last game I saw of Ninja was a ZVZ, which doesn't give anything away from this matchup. There seems to be one drone like sitting there doing nothing next to the spawning pool, which is a bit unusual, but
Must
have
be
been
meant to be on gas, I think.
Yeah, that happens to me every now and then when you misclick gas. But I mean, that's gonna mean speed comes later if it was meant to be in gas.
Yep.
Especially if this was going to be like a Ling Flood. We'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, there's only 4 Lings for now, but
So why is Ling Flood so good on this map?
So Ling Flood's really, really good on this map is because for a Protoss to defend a Ling Flood most of the time, they have to like wall behind their wall. And behind the gateway, you've got a little bit of room and then you got a ramp. And you can't wall on the ramp, so like you've only got like one extra building behind the gateway. So if the gateway falls and then the building falls behind it, there's no way to re-wall it. They just run straight up the up the ramp, and then you're not in a good place.
Right, so it's a real estate problem. Okay.
Yeah,
I get
definitely. And it's specifically for this map. A lot of the other maps, like the ramp is in a little bit of a better position. But yeah, okay, it doesn't look like it's going to be a Ling Flood. There's drones being built, third being taken.
Yeah, that drone's pissing me off. It's still sitting there.
Yeah.
Look at it, just looking at his friends mining gas.
Oh, that's painful.
He's your council worker leaning on the shovel on the side of the road.
It's playing with a handicap. This oval, it doesn't look like it's going to get picked off. Now, are we going to see DTs here? We do see a Twilight coming down, and there's nothing being researched out of it. And we're getting to that gas.
This is going to be the 4-gate DT.
Yeah, okay. Now, Champi did pick this map, so I'm not sure if specifically picked this map for DTs.
Yeah, I was wondering, because he's doesn't have server advantage, and it's a better Zerg map.
Yeah, do something.
I was wondering if he may be cheesy. Yeah, but
Oh.
then if you do a cheesy build, then like a Void Ray build, then it's all micro. But you could do an all in, which is sort of a move. But it doesn't look like he's choosing either of those.
But I mean, like DTs are going to be less micro intense than say an Oracle. So like I definitely understand that here. So we'll see what happens. Holy Belings are getting made and a Roach run. So it's either Ninja's like preemptively seen something or is wanting to do some sort of big push. You know, we're seeing 5 Roaches already. So this is like without seeing anything at all. Hasn't even sent a drone to the third yet. So this is going to be interesting. We don't see a lair. So this is also going to be a lot of units that the DTs can actually just like stop attacking. So if
I was going to say that because he hasn't scouted it with an Overlord at all.
Yeah.
Usually when you do this build as Protoss, if you don't get scouted, you can like send the DTs in straight away.
Yeah.
But if he gets scouted, usually you'd make him straight into a Archon. Yeah, so he's going in.
Yeah, this is going to be very strong. There's no spores. There's no lair. This is hitting in a strong timing. Still no spores going down. The DTs are there. It looks like probably the Queen's
dead hatch.
Yep. We do see 2 spores. 4 spores go down instantly. Do we see a lair? Oh. So I don't mind this, like Ninja's just sending the units straight across the map, but then like Champi can just warp in more DTs at home and then going to lose all these units.
Even this push, it's not going to have an overseer with it, so it might do some damage, might kill a wall or something, but if Champi recalls the warp prism home, then it's not going to do much.
Yeah, that's true. I don't mind this. Maybe you can pick off the 3rd and run away, but this warp prism's coming back with 4 DTs in it, and it's probably going to kill a lot of this army. Still no lair coming down.
This is a good move by Ninja. I like the cancel, like you said, but then you need to back off.
Yeah.
He's going to lose a ton.
A lot of units falling here to these DTs.
And he's probably overreacted with 4 spores and 3 spines as well.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the idea was, I think he thought, oh, the DTs are going to keep attacking my mineral lines. I can defend my bases with the static defense while I be aggressive with the rest of it. But I think the obs caught the army moving across, and that's why we saw the warp prism just go straight home.
Agree. Yeah.
But
so now he's double expanding.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to do something risky here because, like, I think you're so far behind as Ninja. The obs is going to go down for free there. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Immortals being built. There's Archons. Yeah.
He's just building an anti-roach army, really, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
Champi doesn't really know that he's going... well, he has gone into lair now.
Yeah, that's true. We've got 3 overseas. We've got so many drones on the way. I think this is the point where, like, Ninja's actually going to get ahead on workers if Champi just doesn't attack right now. And it feels like Champi's playing kind of passive for the advantage that he got. This is where, like, what I would do is because you've done so much damage, you can hit a really strong timing against Ninja, and Ninja will have a lot less units than Ninja should. It can be very, very strong. It looks like the Warp Prism is going to do some harass. I don't think
up to 11 gates.
Yeah, I don't think... Okay, going up to 11 gates. Warping DTs into the main. This is where
because I was going to say that he hasn't done a follow-up scout, but he just warped in the DTs and he's put the hallucination in there, so he knows there's no spire.
Yeah, I really like the good play in the main with the drones on hold position. So none of the drones are getting killed, but a lot of the army on the Champi's 3rd is dying. I mean for Ninja is dying. But the static defense did clean up all the DTs. We've almost got similar worker counts, but I much prefer Champi's army. It's a much stronger army. We also have to realize that these overseers don't have speed, so they're just really slow, and they're just going to get picked off for free here.
Right, he defended the harass really well, but follow-up, Champi's army is just really stocky. It's going to be tough to push through.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He does have an NF +1, but there's no upgrades for Ninja.
Yep, 6 overlords on the way. Super supply capped right now. This is not the best time to get supply capped. But there is a Ling counterattack. There is a Stalker on the wall, which is exactly what Champi needs here. It'll deflect this entire attack with the double shield battery. And now there's...
Battery's actually out of range.
Is it? Oh, but the Lings aren't on attack move. They're just on like a move command, which is problematic.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah.
Now, okay, it looks like Champi's pushing forward, but there's 3 Immortals, a bunch of Sentries, so many Archons. There is a huge army here. A lot of Lings and Hydras in production. Well, there's some decent Biles. Gets a Sentry. It looks like Champi is backing off. But like Champi's up on workers. I think like got a better upgrade lead at least. Well, I think both players are one attack, but like 2 attack is almost done. Well, halfway done compared to Ninja's just started.
So that Ling run by did a fair bit. Champi only just put his probes back on 3rd mining there.
Oh, were they just taken off?
They were off. They were off for about a minute. Yeah.
Well, just the lost mining time was worth it then.
Yeah, ton of lost mining time. But Ninja's okay. He's just built about 7 overlords.
Yeah, it keeps getting supply cap. They keep getting picked off by the just Champi moving around, positioning correctly. The 4th coming down for Champi though. Yeah, Champi's position's still pretty strong here.
Yeah, maybe you can do something with the biles in this choke here.
Yeah, does have a lot to play with. Well, gets a few good biles there. Lurker Den is coming down. I think that's definitely something that we need here.
Yep.
There is no obs with the army. There is a big Ling run by going through the top here. There is 1 cannon at this base, but the 2 shield batteries plus the cannon. I wonder if it goes to this 4th. It looks like it is. It's going to do a lot of damage there. I think the zealots are going to clean up this other base from Ninja. We might see a cancel on this, but like the zealots have +1 attack. The Lings don't have any upgrades. There's 0/0 Lings, but yeah, looks like Ninja's base is going to get cancelled, whereas Champi's isn't.
See, Champi doesn't have charge.
Yeah,
and Ninja's getting +1 carapace and +2 range. That's a shame that died. If he kept that up, then he was starting to even it up.
Yeah,
his
definitely.
upgrades are going to overtake Champi in a sec. Champi's
okay.
on +2. He's just got the 1 forge.
Yeah,
Looks like he's going into Colossus. It's interesting.
Lurkers are going down. But there are no lurker upgrades, so it makes them not particularly that strong. There is an ob sitting over the top of this army as well. There's another 2 obs with the army. I feel like one of the strengths of lurkers as well is because you have hydras, and if you have a few overseers with your army, you can pick off their observers, and then all of a sudden the lurkers are very, very strong.
What's Colossus range without range?
Oh, it's still decent. I don't know what it is exactly.
So it says lurkers are 8. I reckon it would be about 8.
Yeah,
I think it's
8 or 7.
Is it 12 or 13 with?
I don't know off the top of my head.
12 or 13. I think a Colossus with range. There you go. The Colossus is out now. Yeah, so it's got 7.
Yeah. Okay. So, like the lurkers are down, but they don't have the lurker range because that's at high tech, which makes them so much stronger. But I don't think there's an observer with the Champi's army on the right hand side here. Yeah.
He lost it.
Wow, this whole army is just like sort of melting. There's 2 Colossus left are the only things like sort of staying alive in this, but these lurkers are still doing so much damage.
This is the fight he needed. Exactly the fight he needed.
Yeah. Like the cannon at the 3rd for Champi does go down as well, so part of the detection goes down. We're starting to lose probes mining here. All behind this, roaches are being built, which I think's a bit interesting. But yeah, all the probes.
He's even at the units lost as well. He's actually overtaken, which is bad for Toss. And Champi's tried to go into carriers, but I think he's only got 1 carrier making. He's got 2 ports.
Yeah, like losing all the mining time at the 3rd and the 4th is so problematic. There's 6 observers on the map as well. Like that's the thing that kind of it's taken like a long time to clean up these lurkers. Okay.
He mustn't have F2'd or something, because they must have been sitting over in the middle of the map.
Yeah,
he was probably wondering what was going on there as well.
Something like that.
So he's just lost 20 probes. And now the it's now in Ninja's favor.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the probes are just long distance mining. I think if they go back to a base, it'll be a lot better. But because they were long distance mining, okay, now I think some of them are going back. It looks like there's a Ling run by now. There's no cannon on this 3rd base. We do have Hive just finished up, and I want to see some of these lurker upgrades. We really need the lurker range and the lurker burrow speed. So when you think of Colossus range, you're like, okay, it shoots a little bit far, that's cool. But lurker range is actually a DPS increase because it can hit more units, which is not always as intuitive as you think. So
point. Yeah, that's true. This is a good fight for Champion.
Yeah, this is a real good fight. There's observers here. We don't have the lurker upgrades yet. There is an an army advantage for Champi here. But
it's the Ling run by that's getting all the damage done.
Yeah. Did a fair bit of work then. But also, like, the unit composition for Ninja right now is a few Roaches and a few Hydras. Not the best unit composition, especially against all these Archons, Colossus, and Carriers. But we'll see what happens. More Lurkers on the way, more upgrades.
He just did a huge Hydra round, and now his 2/2's finished. See, Champy's not getting anything out of his second forge. I think, personally, I'd go shields here, because they help both the carriers as well as your ground units, rather than getting the ground, the ground armor.
Yeah, definitely. Although, so we're seeing Vipers being built. We're still not seeing any of the Lurker upgrades. I would have really liked to see some more Lurker upgrades, but okay, it looks like there's going to be a Zealot run by around the side here, but there is a lot of static defense at Ninja's base here. Ninja is taking a 5th.
A handful of Zealots are going to do nothing.
Yeah. Well, they actually get 2 spines, which is not the worst trade in the world.
Yep. Another 3 times, he might get something.
Yeah, okay, so we've got all the upgrades coming down from the Zerg play now. We do have Lurker range. Oh, these Lurkers are just walking in the middle of the map. They're just going to get picked up for free. They are quite slow because they don't have the speed upgrade. I don't see what happened there.
I'm just going to check what happened.
Yeah, was there something else that was happening, like DT somewhere? Because I just saw 3... Well, just like me to not look. I think Ninja was still in an alright place.
Right. I think he thought he lost more Lurkers than he did. He also saw that Champi had a 5th base. Yeah, so it was an errant hotkey. He lost a couple of Lurkers. He thought he lost his whole army.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Damn.
GG. He was down. He was definitely down. I think, Champi was probably 80-20 winning, but you want to see in a final, you want to see him fight it out a bit more.
Yeah.
And I think he would have if he just knew where his army was.
Yeah, that was calling Chi-Chi very early. I think, like, potentially with, like, a really good engage with the Lurkers, I think he could have gotten back in a really good position or done more run bys, things like that. Yeah, that was a really, really early GG.
Interesting game 1 though, right? So that was Ninja's server with a good Zerg map. But he had a horrible start. He lost his 3rd. He'd made all that defense. His first push did nothing but cancel the 3rd. And then he fought back really well.
Yeah.
So for me now, I feel like the series is it's sort of more even now, because Ninja still has 2 more maps with his server.
Yeah, that's true.
But if he loses this map, then he's lost 2 in a row. He's lost his server advantage, and obviously then he has to win all of them from here. So
yeah,
absolute critical game here. Ice and Chrome's a good map, so I like Ninja's pick here, but he's got to do it on the old server.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I saw the DTs, I'm surprised that, like, the DTs just didn't win the game when there was no spores and no overseas. I think they could have done a lot more damage, but somehow Ninja pulled out and then actually crawled back into the game. Got that really good engage up on, like, the 3rd with the Lurkers when there wasn't detection there. Both players ready. Who's Kevin? I think that's Jumbo. I'm just going to remove them from the lobby. It's always Jumbo. Remove from lobby. Okay. Yeah, that was an early GG. Let's throw some skins on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think the observers can see the skins, but the players can't. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Into game 2. The players still see their own skin. Not sure. You could be right. Or they could just see no
players see
skins.
what skin they loaded up with.
Who won the first? Champi won the first game. This is a best of 5. What? Okay, so we're going into game 2. So I don't know. Is Ninja going to mix it up? Going to do some sort of all-in? Yeah, not sure. Sorry, just have to ban someone from chat.
Skins are definitely on.
Yeah.
The nice frilly drones.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. Is this sub tournament? Yes, Jumbo. This is the sub tournament.
Lava.
This is the
Lava
finals
look weird too.
of the diamond tournament. Wait, I want to see when they spawn. Yeah, they do a little bit.
Right, now I know that Ninja's not a big fan of playing against Skytoss. So that's Champi's other major build, so...
So you think we'll see that this game?
Yeah, I kind of like this map for Skytoss too. That third, the 9 o'clock third for Ninja, that's just so hard to break with a ground army, so it's kind of better if you've got an air army. The fourth's not too bad.
That's fair.
And the fifth's kind of open as well, but that third you just can't break at all.
Yeah, yep. I mean, like there's that small choke that you have to walk in against like a concave of the Zerg. Yeah, we'll see
if
what
there's lurkers and stuff in there.
Yeah,
makes it
definitely.
Tough.
I've been seeing a lot of like some people came into the stream yesterday, a player named Starduck, and was showing some like 2 Stargate Void Ray builds on like, and then you take like a third as a Protoss, and they seemed pretty interesting. Where you can like use the Void Rays and do like, you almost like go mass Void Rays to a certain extent, and you force a lot of Hydras, and then you can go into like Colossus or Disruptor, and then you can really just deal with the Hydras very, very, very easily. So I'd be interested to see things like that, but in the past I've seen Champi like build like 3 voids and then go like into carries or something like that. Like the voids are very strong, especially dealing with like corruptors. It incentivizes the other player to go Hydras instead of corruptors.
I did watch that Starduck game, and that was like mass. That was basically mass voids into an air army. If you watch some of the Zest games from GSL yesterday, he was doing three Stargate Void Ray into a big ground army.
Oh, okay. Just
and,
like
and then goes
into
a carrier. Yeah.
So did the other player that Zest was versing? I didn't see the games. Did they build like a bunch of carries and then the carriers couldn't do anything to the ground army, or something like that? I mean, not carriers, they're corruptors. Sorry.
So I think he was trying to defend with Hydra and Corruptor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just having a look at Ninja's base, right? He doesn't have any idle workers this game, but if you look at his top mineral patch and the third from the bottom, they've both only got 1 drone mining on it, which means he's got 3 on 2 other patches. So he's only mining about 80% from his main again, even though it says 16 to 16. It's sitting there not mining that well.
That's true. That's true.
I've got OCD pretty much, so I always look at that. Like even when I'm playing. Yeah. So as soon as I'm watching a game, I'm just sitting there staring at it.
I mean, like that might be a little bit inefficient, but Champi also had to cancel a gateway because he accidentally full walled off. So the little advantages from both players.
Did he misplace or?
Yeah, he misplaced that gateway that's currently building down a little bit, and then it was a full wall. Okay, so the Oracle is going over. It does get scouted. We do see 2 spores go down. How many queens do we have on the map? We've got 3 queens. There is no creep spread to the third, but there's no drones there anyway. So I'd be interested to see what happens.
It's a double Oracle for Champi.
Yep, that makes sense. It's going to do a lot of damage. The second queen isn't pulled.
Got 3 drones.
Yeah, I think if the second queen came, like, he might have been able to... Oh, is it going to go down here? That. Oh, wow. I think that's a win from Ninja here. Sure, that was
Yeah,
a lot of
for
drones
sure.
killed, but like you're supposed to keep those oracles alive. You want to keep using the scouting, and when two of them come together, it can kill them so quickly. There's a really good Overlord scout over here into the main base, but
Yeah,
we're
this is
still seeing
beautiful.
the Stargate. Who won the
I
first?
like Ninja's build this game, and he's going into Hydras. I think the other thing, the two gateways at the front of the walls would be interesting. Champi likes having the robo in the wall,
No,
so
okay.
that you know, when you rally out immortals or whatever, they don't get stuck behind your stalker.
Well, that's a good idea. I've never thought of that specific. Okay, I'll have to think about using that in my games because, yeah, like sometimes I'll have like a zealot in the wall and then I'll forget about them and there'll be 4 immortals sitting behind the zealot that they can't get out.
Yeah. I build a second pylon and then build the robo sort of attached to the gate on the outside if I want to do it. So
Ah,
like if I've got Champy's wall there, I'll just build the robo on the outside
that's
just so
nice.
it rallies out.
Okay.
But this doesn't look like it's going to be Sky Toss to me. Just got
Uh,
Forge, he's getting legs. This is a bit like the Zest build, except Zest literally had 3 Stargates. This is sort of like a Stargate opener into a heavy ground
well, we're seeing a
army.
Nidus network though.
Yeah, so Ninja thinks this is
Like,
a Sky Toss build because the Rotus, the Rotus, the Nidus Roach or Hydra build is really good against Sky Toss. This still might work though because he just doesn't have a very big ground army, Champy.
yeah, we do see the Overseer going over the top, but
Oh,
there's
does he see it?
let's see
He
what.
does.
Did you see the Nidus?
Revelation, what the spell's called?
Yeah, it didn't
It's on the
tag,
gas at the
but yeah,
natural.
but the
Yeah.
gas can see it. Yeah.
Yep.
We do see the Void Ray pick off the Overseer right when the Overseer tries to get in range. I wonder if we see a change thing get dropped. It's going straight after that change thing.
Yeah. He knows. You could still put the Nidus at the 3rd and then run in with
Oh, I like this
like
Ling
20
here.
Hydra.
There's a Ling at like the 4th up. This
There it
Nidus
is.
is coming down.
Champy
Stalkers
sees it.
are pulled. I think they'll be able to clean this up in time.
Yeah, it's not going to get up.
There's still like a lot of Hydras making, so a Ninja needs to do some damage with all these units. He's probably going to get supply capped here soon. A lot of Overlords have gone down. Or if this Ling dies, there's like no chance that this Nidus is going to come down very soon. There's still one Overlord on the 3rd that maybe it can go down somewhere, but no, it looks like we're just actually walking all the Hydras across the map. There is some Hydras in the Nidus network that aren't being brought. Yeah, I don't know what's... I mean,
Making an Evo, I don't know if he's taken out of it. Now he's making around a Lings. Yeah, I like the build choice. It's just that Champy wasn't going pure Sky Toss, but I still like this. The Hydras do massive damage, and he doesn't have a lot that can really stop them.
Yeah, like honestly, okay. The Hydras are going to do a fair bit of damage here, and like, Void Rays aren't great against... Ooh, wow, the Nidus comes down here. Wow, this reinforcement. There's a bit here. There's Lings on the way. Like, if we get like a Ling buffer for these Hydras, I think these Hydras will just clean up all these units and this base.
I think it kills him.
Yeah, I think this is going to be very strong. Wait, I thought there was more units for... I thought there was some Lings that went somewhere.
Yeah, so did I. There was 10... Oh, they might be stuck in the Nidus.
Are they? No, I don't think there's anything in the Nidus. I don't know what happened to them. There's so much lava sitting at the 3rd from Ninja as well. Is he
They must have all
or something?
died.
Yeah, I don't know what killed them though. I'm quite confused. Maybe the Oracle didn't. It's only got 1 kill. I thought Ninja had broken through there, but
I thought the same, mate. But he's definitely transitioned out now. He's building
yeah,
12 drones.
Yeah, a lot of drones. Still down quite a few workers though.
Yeah, he's in a horrible spot now.
Yeah, I really thought that push was just strong enough, but like a whole heap of Zerglings just disappeared. I'll have to rewatch that later. Not sure exactly what happened there.
That revelation was massive.
What,
It's something I
catching the
struggle
Nidus?
with PVZ. Yeah, because I'm usually fearing mutas. And
Yes,
I'm trying
yeah.
to spot mutas, but I presume that's what he was trying to check. But yeah, then he just
Happened to
luckily
spot,
got
yeah.
vision of the Nidus.
Yeah, okay. It looks like some Lings are running, but these Lings are going to run straight into the army and die. kind of for free. At this point in the game, it's very difficult just to throw away units, especially when you're this far behind. So, while lings are typically free, like just losing a round of lings like this for no benefit is really, really costly. Now Tempests are being made. Tempest and Carriers. Well, a single Tempest.
Yeah, I think Tempest might have been a mistake.
Yeah, okay. So it looks like we're going to Storm, High Templar, Carrier, Zealot. Very Sky Tossy army. Oh, we've got Mutas on the way, which are a little bit interesting. Now Mutas they're all right if you're getting like a crazy number against Void Rays, but the problem is if the Protoss catches onto you, they can start chronoing out Phoenixes, and Phoenixes on double Stargate will come out very, very quickly. But also, like, a lot of Sky Tossers build a lot of static defense, and that's what really deals with the Mutas. Like, coming to this third base, look how much static defense is here. These 6 Mutas aren't going to do anything. And also, the Watchtower, the vision from Champi having both Watchtowers is really, really strong here. The Zealot run-by goes in, kills 10 drones so far. Wow, a lot of drones.
Massive, massive damage.
A lot of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really struggling now. Champy's got +3 coming. He's got, what's that, +2 air weapons. Can't get a 4 for that properly. And like I said, the Mutas, which the Muta switches are quite good PvZ, but unfortunately it just probably wasn't the right time to do it in this game.
Hmm.
So lost 23 drones now.
Yeah. Still more Zealot run-bys as well. Like this one here is going to do damage as well. Units aren't in place.
He's down 25 drones too.
Yeah, like I feel like when Champi hits like 200 supply of Sky Toss, it just walks moves across the map. No units are pulled. These drones took a little while to pull. I get pulled here. Like 9 drones go down before anything happens. We do see a mothership on the way. We see 2 more Stargates get put down. But yeah, definitely looks like Champi's in a really, really, really good position this game.
I honestly don't know what Ninja can do to come back.
Yeah.
Because he needs Hydra, Corruptor, Viper against Champy's army. And he just does not have the money to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, throws away some meters. 5th base going down for the Protoss. Almost a turn to supply.
It's good when you play Protoss and you got this sort of army. She's got +3 on the ground. She's going into shields. That's nice.
Yeah.
And just push and creep down one side, but not the other.
Yeah, yeah. What are we seeing? Okay, we're seeing these Vipers might be able to help out.
You've got the Vipers out, yeah.
It's going to have a fair few Vipers. The army's split up to kind of defend against run-bys. We do have Overseers. The 2 Oracles come in, probably just going to Revelation. Now, we're just going to see this big army move across, I reckon, very shortly with Champi hits 200 supply. There's a lot of units here. We do have
waiting
Storm.
for the Mothership Core.
Yeah. We have
maybe if you could get 200 Hydra and get a nice surround, that would be good. But Champi does have a bunch of High Templar.
Yeah, that's true. Like all the units aren't grouped together. I don't know where the Vipers are. I'm not sure if they've got energy yet. Okay, here they are. Some of them do have quite a bit of energy.
5. That's a huge amount. I don't know. If you get godly spells off, maybe you can do it.
Maybe. We do have some Corruptors in production. 10 Corruptors in production. I think the longer Champi waits here.
Oh,
God. Wow. They were some really strong feedbacks.
Yeah, the feedback range is insane. Plus he tagged them with the Revelate.
Yeah, okay. So probably saw them moving forward.
This is going to hurt.
Yeah. This is a really tough engage for the Storms. So many drones going down. The Viper's trying to get some more energy again before the engagement happens, but there's still so many storms here. Wow. Yeah, all the Zerg units group up together. This is very harsh. Still waiting for these Vipers, but the army's going to die before the Vipers even come back into the fight.
Make the bad man stop, Flammy.
GG's called. Champi takes game 2.
GG.
Okay, we'll go to a game 3. You know what? I would hope to see... You know what I wanted to see? A Golden Wall game. A Golden Wall game in a tournament.
I don't think I've ever played a game on Golden Wall.
I think I played one by accident because I forgot the video.
I like watching games, but yeah, it's one of those
Golden Wall MBA.
Thanks, Vlad.
Terrible maps for players. It's so confusing.
Yeah. Honestly, like I think as a player, you want games to be kind of similar, like something that you've practiced, you can get used to the same play styles, and I think Golden Wall just like throws a whole different wrench into the play styles. Yeah, you have to worry about like random run bys in your main base. Yeah. Especially
Exactly
I think it's Terran, like there's a lot of different drops you can do with tanks as well. A lot of very interesting positioning. And also
That's it.
I think I played standard as a Protoss one game, and the other player just took the gold base, and I was like, oh, that's a thing. I don't know that.
Whenever there's a new map out, I do basically what you were saying. How do I wall it? Where are the good tank spots? Which one's my third and fourth base? What's good pushing position? Is there any like blind spots where I can drop and that type of thing? But with Golden Wall, I mean, just a map where you can wall in your nat and then mine out the back of your base and take a third, but it can't be scouted. Makes things pretty hard.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. We're gonna see what happens. We'll see if Ninja throws a different build, maybe a more aggressive build to begin with. Has been playing kind of passively, but to be fair, playing aggressively into a Stargate can be problematic. We'll see what happens.
We're all on the Ninja train here. Come on, Ninja.
Yeah.
He hasn't played bad. He got surprised game 1 by the DTs. Game two was what do you call it? It's like a build to cheese out yeah, that's right. But it just, I mean,
but honestly,
he lost his Nidus a couple of times. But if it had been Sky Toss, that was GG. If that had been pure Sky Toss, he was dead.
Yeah, but like I honestly thought that fight he should have won. I just have no idea where some of the units went. I kind of really want to watch the replay. This is a really early drone scout. It looks like it could be a proxy.
There's going to be a proxy hatch in his wall, I think.
Yeah, but the probe's going to see it. So the probe sees the drone. I'm not sure if there's actually any reaction that Champi does here that's any differently. It could just be
he had vision. I don't know if he actually saw it, but he had vision.
The drone's going straight to the natural, so I reckon it's just going to be... I don't think it's going to be in the wall. Yeah, it's just going to be...
Okay, it's not in the wall.
Okay, this is differently. I'm interested.
Yeah, right. So this is this triple hatch before pool build, maybe?
It could be. Whoops.
He's pulled 5 probes off. That's the right amount. Then you chrono a zealot out, I think.
It's 4.
And that stops it from finishing.
I thought it's 5. This is
4.
I
thought it's 5. I thought I miscounted, but okay.
Yeah.
No, so this is not the triple hatch before pool.
Yeah, maybe he hopes to get the spawning pool finished and then build a queen, but I think this zealot will clean this up. Yeah, it doesn't have a hatch going down anywhere else. This is a bit interesting.
The other thing is Champy's got that pro patrolling at his nat, so he knows there's no expansion.
Yeah.
He would want to be walling off. Looks like that wall's... I think that wall's tight, right?
What, for Champi?
The 2 building wall.
Yeah. I think so as well. I like this scout from Champi inside Ninja's base because there could be like a roach run going down right now or something like that. I wouldn't have wanted this to finish. Yeah, this is Cancelling that would have been, I think, the correct move. But yeah, not going to get a queen out of this. Is sure, it's going to get 2 lings, but was it really worth the not cancelling? I'm not sure. Might get a zealot here. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I would say that Ninja's kind of a little bit far behind now. Does have a speed on the way. Did take units off of gas.
I'd take a third, but Champy's got his probe there. If you can get this hatch up, I think that's okay now.
Yeah, I mean, Champi's actually hasn't expanded. Like, this is...
No. But he's going battery, which means you would think that means he's not going to get aggressive.
Yeah, I'm really confused.
As I say that, puts down a Stargate.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like as a Protoss, you should be aggressive with these units. You've got 3 units right here. Yeah, I like this move out with, like, at least the 2 Zealots. It forces, like... maybe more than just these 4 lings, and the more lings you're forcing, the less drones the other player can just build.
It's like he's just checking the tower with it.
Oh.
I think Ninja's in a good spot here.
Yeah, actually like Ninja's spot, even though Ninja's down a bit of supply, has the natural already finished, has the third almost finished, and Champi hasn't even got the natural here. If we deflect whatever that comes out of the Stargate very easily,
Void Ray or Oracle?
then
I'll pick Void.
I think Ninja's going to be in a good spot.
You think it's going to be... it's an Oracle. He's making a third queen, going up to Lair.
Yeah, no, I like this. So, obviously, like, Ninja's a little bit behind the workers now, but he's going to catch up so much with the worker production. Also, it doesn't have to build units. If the units don't move across the map from Champi, you can just literally just keep building drones until it's like a good amount of drones. We do see a roach drone come down. I'm not sure if this is a safety one. We've already see a lair coming up. Maybe he's scared of those DTs again. It does look like this Oracle does fly across. The Ling does spot it. We'll see if Ninja does react well to this. Does not have a Spore. No, does not react, I don't think. Just has the Queen here.
It's like similar build to game 1, right?
There's no Queen in the main, and there's 2 at the third. This is not good. Wow, actually, if this Oracle had gone into the main instead... oh, it might walk into the 2 Queens, but there's a little bit of mismicro here from Ninja. I think Ninja just really wants to run them up into the main, because like the main has a whole heap of drones, all unguarded. Is opting to destroy the rocks, which is a bit unusual.
Misclick, I think. But
yeah, have to be.
He left the beam on, so now he's out of energy with the Oracle.
Ah, okay. So the second Oracle does come in. The Spore is going down in the main. I would have really liked to see some creep spread between the 3 bases. I think this really hurts the Zerg player. Just having to move your queens through bases without creep is very problematic. And these 2 Oracles are going to go up into the main here. You really need a queen to help defend this. You can't just rely on just the Spore.
Does have the Spore up. There's going to be a coin pop out shortly.
So we got a few Ravages here. I'm kind of curious as to what kind of push Ninja does here.
Am I, man. He's taking a third gas pretty quick. It's like he wants to go and bust an early third Nexus for the Protoss. It's kind of like his the army that he had in game 1 where he went across and did that pressure.
Yeah. But
he's got to do something with the units, otherwise you would rather just build 20 drones.
Maybe, yeah. Like I think he thinks for some reason that there may be like an all-in coming, and he's just preparing for it because maybe he doesn't see the third. But I think he should have just like actually just built drones. I think not building drones here, he could have been like probably ahead of champion workers, but built all these units, and is not using these units. Still has so much lava here. Just did a big round of drones. I like that. Yeah, still no creep between the bases, which, like, creeping outwards to a third and a fourth, sure. But, like, still no creep in between bases. The third is going down for the Protoss after the Overlord did get cleaned up. So, Ninja is unaware if there's a third. But usually, like, off Stargate, most people try and take a third. There is the starred laser build, though, which is... it's a bit trickier to deal with because you assume that there's no third and then all these units come across the map.
I don't think I know that build.
So you go Stargate and then you do some harass and then you just walk like 16 adepts across the map.
Right, okay.
And then the drone, the Zerg's like, well, you've gone Stargate, I'm just going to drone behind this, and it kind of plays into the mindset there. Oh, there's 3 Void Rays here. It's actually quite a bit of an force. There's 2 oracles here to defend as well. I think Champi's going to get this third up pretty easily. Well, 3 queens on the way, Hydrodon on the way. Now we're starting to see like the levels of drones that we need from Ninja, but I think it might be too late.
So I think that army that he made was just defensive. He didn't really know what was coming, so he made a little round of units.
Yeah,
now he's going to be oversaturated. He needs to get his 4th up.
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah, it has 27 workers. Doesn't have anybody like on the gases in the main and the natural, which is odd. Even though we're like super oversaturated at the 3rd, is taking the 4th, but like we could be mining a lot more gas here for kind of almost for free because just the units, the drones aren't mining them at the 3rd.
Yep, and he needs to get a double evo up unless he's going to do some kind of like 200 3rd bust, but that's tough. Champi's going straight into Storm, so he's hunkering down.
Yeah, Flake Beacon coming.
So yeah, I don't know how good 3 base carrier is, because I think you can only make a couple at one time.
Yeah, not 100% sure. We do.
When you go into carrier, like I usually take a 4th because then you got the 7th and 8th gas, and then you can pump out 3 or 4 gate carrier. But Champi does it a bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not too familiar with the playstyle. I've usually either won or lost the game before I get carriers out. I usually go into carriers when I see lurkers as a response rather than just a default composition. So I'm kind of interested. There is this. I kind of like just sitting the lings here. I like this move from Ninja. You sit the lings here, and once you see the army out on the map, then you can do a big ling run by. You don't need to do it beforehand. Oh wait, are we just going to see them run straight in? Maybe just checking for a 4th. Oh, they might all get stormed here. Oh wow, the trap! Wow, the bait High Templar. Do we have Storm done? I'm assuming we do. Yeah, Storm is done. These are all going to die immediately. Probably just from the Zealots as well.
Yeah.
All those lings.
I think Storm had just hurt his own army here.
Yeah.
You can see Ninja's vision's just a bit lacking. He
Yeah.
doesn't have the tower. Because of the voids, he's just kept all his overlords at home. So there's about a dozen that are just chilling in his main.
But Ninja does have like the higher worker count. I mean, there is a Zealot run by here, which is going to be a little bit problematic. The units aren't in position to defend that top base, but yeah, like the worker lead does help. We do have 5 spines coming down there. Still more drones on the way. Double Spire, interesting. Infestor. So it looks like Ninja is preparing for Sky Toss. Like the Ling run by, if anything, did kind of tip the unit composition. High Templar, Sky Toss, Archons, Zealots for Champi.
I don't mind all the spines either, because he's been struggling with the Zealot run bys a little bit. So
yeah.
Even though it's not exactly optimal, none of us are pros, so why not just build a bunker or a couple of turrets or whatever you want, some static D in your bases. So if you've got a fight that needs your attention, you don't look back and you just lost a whole mineral line of drones.
Yeah, 100%. And we do see a Dark Templar showing coming down for Champion. He wants to do probably some DT run bys. Now this run by up the top, there's 5 Zealots here, but there's also going to be 3 spines.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. This is good.
Yeah, this is good.
He's in a much better spot this game.
Yeah. I think the worker counts are about even. Has spent a lot of workers on spines. These spines are just going to finish in time, I think, but I think these Zealots are actually going to clean up the spines eventually.
I'm just worried about his ground upgrades, because he doesn't have any. If he's going to be trying to counter these with Hydras, like I know he's going into double spire, but still usually you want some kind of ground army, and definitely. He hasn't got anything started at his evos. Champi's got +3 coming on his forge, so yeah, maybe if he goes into pure corrupted broodlord.
Yeah. Like I think the intention there was with the evos, so I think there's just been some sort of like Forgetfulness. Yes. But does like has a fair few Vipers, has a fair few Corruptors here. Wait, he's building 2 more Evos. I definitely.
They're gonna be for Viper, right?
I would assume so. Yeah, I'd have to say so. Otherwise, forgot about the upgrades entirely.
So he's making 6 Vipers. Vipers take up a fair bit of supply, and they still get feedback. I don't know. I would prefer like maybe 4 and then a couple other units, but perhaps it will bait out some feedbacks, and he'll still get a couple of the spells off.
Yeah. I mean, like even if like one Abduct comes down on say like the mothership, and maybe like 1 parasitic bomb. Like, I mean, sometimes that might be all you need. Now, the Protoss army is moving across, and the army is split up here for Ninja. All these Hydras are in the wrong spot. I want to see them all be moved back. We do have some Corruptors just misrallied, like, at the natural and, like, between the natural and the third. We do see, like, these Hydras looking to do just a big run-by. There is a DT run-by, but there was no Spore at this space.
Yeah,
very, very unfortunate.
Overseer. He's Hydra countering his Nat, but...
Like
there's no oversee with it.
So just DTs could be whooped in here. The DTs are killing the third as well. It looks like was there a recall? Looks like all these Hydras are going to get killed.
He needs to save that third, thank God.
Yep, he saves it, but yeah, Champi's in a really good position here. Has 4k minerals and at max supply against Ninja. 165 with no bank. With no upgrades as well. I mean, just has a lot of air upgrades. Getting Broodlords, I think. Has a lot of air upgrades. Wow, just has so many Corruptors. I think he's just going... I reckon he's just going to destroy the air army, and then the Zealots on the ground are going to kill everything else.
That's going to be the problem, yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's going into Broods. I don't mind it.
But like
that's his best option here.
But the Broods also be aware they don't have like the melee attack upgrades as well. So
no, I know, but it's still going to be better than
nothing. Than no ground units.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I prefer that compared to Hydras.
Oh yeah. I mean, Hydras without upgrades. Yeah. Oh, some feedbacks are going to go down.
Oh Jesus! So there you go. 6 Vipers just lost all their energy.
I think there's...
These Broods finish.
The Broods finish just in time. All the Storms. I think we almost need to spread, like, like magic box these Corruptors. Leaving the Broodlords kind of by themselves. I feel like you need to sit the Broodlords over the top of some Spores at least. These Vipers... the Void Rays have got their ability going. So many units are going down here. This is not looking good for Ninja.
Champi's gone into this sort of late game army each time.
Yeah.
A mixture of Voids, Carriers, Archon.
Definitely.
Very strong, but in all 3 of the games there wasn't much trading beforehand, so he sort of could just build up into it.
Yeah. I kind of treat like Protoss, Skytoss as like mech, where you have to kind of fight it earlier on. GG,
exactly.
Well played, Champi. Champi takes the series. 3-0 for Champi. He is the winner of the Flamyblade Diamond tournament.